just like that, it's time for a missive. Wait, why am I putting this thing that says recording a missive for Tuesday's show? Because we're recording a missive for Tuesday's show, that's why. Justin Robert Young, you want to explain to the nice people what's going on? Something happening this Tuesday? Something that we should know or care about that involves your tongue, perhaps?
My tongue's going crazy.
How so, sir?
All right, so here's the deal. As everybody might know, we've abolished dictatorships in this country, and we run on a representative democracy. And every year, on the first Tuesday in November, we elect the same sycophants and weirdos who will govern us for the next few months.
So it is written, so it shall be.
Yes, so it shall come to pass. Anno Domini, push-pull exit strategy. Here's the deal. Because there are all this election season is coming to a head. It's all anybody's going to be talking about. We're going to be live. We're going to deliver to you all the election coverage that matters, which is to say, not a whole lot. RO.
Which is only the Christine O'Donnell race. That's all we'll talk about.
Exactly.
First, not even whether or not she wins, but whether or not we think she's a witch. From moment to moment, we'll have polls on whether or not she's a witch.
And it's going to be like this. Christine O'Donnell, witch or not? I say yes.
I say perhaps. Check with us again in 15 minutes.
Yes. And then we're going to tease.
Be back with us in 10 minutes when we find out.
New information in the Christine O'Donnell witch trial. I say yes.
I say wait for it after the break. So look, by the way, we already have some fantastic leads.
I'm going to be like, I say yes. And you're going to go, wouldn't you like to know after the break?
So, by the way, we already have some leads on what we're going to do for Tuesday. I'm excited about for the main bit. But meanwhile, we wanted to get you guys started right now because throughout the episode, because obviously the election will be a very big theme, we want you guys to write all of our best bits. Here's what we want to do. Throughout, we'll have 3 segments, as we usually do. We'll have a small one, and then a big feature. But throughout the whole thing, we're going to be stopping for commercial breaks. And during commercial breaks, we would like to run some advertisements for president of, the BetterNet, I guess? Or what's the office that we're running for?
I don't even think that we need to have a post. I think
not even
just
an
go
office.
for attack
There's
ads.
no office. It's just attack ads between me and Justin the entire time.
It's just some things that we saw on the TV.
Okay.
And because we can't control ourselves, now we've decided to emulate it.
Here's what we want to do. We want to have you guys create campaign ads for me, Brian Brushwood, father, gentleman, scholar, professor of the BetterNet, and this scurrilous scoundrel, this fiend of freedom, this person who would sooner take a dump on your mother than
the gentleman would like to speak.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello, everybody. My name is Justin Robert Young. You can trust me because I have 3 names and Brian has 2. Why is he hiding his 3rd name?
Dude, just like John Wilkes Booth and John Wayne Gacy.
Again, can I please speak?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Listen, we all know what true love is. And we know that Brian's empty, soulless eyes are incapable of it. He's got beady little tiny dots that convey nothing other than pure evil. Me? Big, round eyes. Yeah, exactly, like an anime character. That means you can trust this face, and I trust you. Furthermore, I think we should go all the way this Saturday at the Sock Hop BetterNet, and that's a promise.
Okay, so here's what we want to do. We want to have 3 sets of ads. We want some to be positive of us talking about all the things we've done for America, for the BetterNet, for Bone Earth, for NSFW, for the chat realm, for Twit, for Revision 3, for weird things. Second set, maybe cast a little shadow of doubt on our opponents with the Dragon Claw maneuver. This is the limp wristed dragon.
That looks a lot more like Kitty Cat, by the way.
The Kitty Cat Dragon Claw. I'll kill you. All right, and then the third round, we want to have full on be nothing but attack ads. I want to see someone starts to talk and it just goes as they talk in slow motion, like
black and white, a slow pan in.
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking about ridiculous photoshops too. Like really, like all of a sudden Brian tips over an orphanage and just starts shaking out money and children.
No, that might be ambitious, but I'm saying you could edit anything. Now, here's the thing. Here's what we wanted to do, right? That's a lot to give you guys. Now, you already have 46 episodes of NSFW episodes, 45 episodes of BB Live shows, 137 episodes of Scam Schools, and uncountable iTricks episodes to pull quotes out of context for. But we don't think that's quite enough. We think that you need more ammunition to make each of us look worse than the other. Now I say this. Now, keep in mind, if you want it aired, you could probably detect that invisible line of what might be too far, right? But feel free. Here's what we want to see. We want to see you guys record your own voiceovers. We want to see you take footage of us and make it look like a political attack ad. Here's the biggest thing, guys. They've got to be short. 15 seconds, 30 seconds, maybe a minute. 45 at the outset.
I say hard cap at 30.
Oh.
I think it's gonna have to be something truly.
Yeah, because we're going to want to show a lot of them.
Beyond 30.
We're going to have to see a lot of them. So a lot of 15 to 30 seconds ads. We'll play them back to back to back. Every commercial break in the next episode of NSFW will be cram-packed with 4 to 5 attack ads between the two of us. And Justin and I are not going to acknowledge them at all. This is just
stuff in the background.
That's what the sponsors are playing at the moment, right? But it's up to you guys to make
as our president said, the silly season.
Exactly. It's the season. It's a silly season, right? Okay. So we want you guys to. So let's do this. Why don't we do this? Let's put together. Let's have a mock debate to get things started. All right. We're gonna do about 3 minutes, a little mock debate.
Okay.
Hello, BetterNet. I'm Brian Brushwood, your host, one of 3 kings here at Bone Earth, and I'm here to tell you that I deserve to remain the president.
Hi, everybody. I'm Justin Robert Young. I'm here to let you know that I will always be here for you. And as a king of Bone Earth, and really the key behind our brain trust, I'm a respectful opponent to Brian Brushwood, whom I do respect. But I think I'd be the better choice. And I think there's plenty of reasons why. Mostly because I don't sit there and mug like an 8-year-old child who hasn't gotten a nap while my opponent's talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. You done? Are you ready to start this debate? Can we have our first question from the chat room right here at Justin.tv? Kick it to us, chatties, because we are ready to do what it takes.
I am against using the ethnic slur chatties. I just want to let everybody know. I want to be on record as saying that.
That's their own word. That's our word. I'm a chatty. Listen, I'm 1/8 chatty, and I'm not proud to admit it.
You are really digging yourself a hole here. I want to distance myself as far away.
Listen, man, I've been there. No, you listen. I've been there in the chat room. I've been there trying to salvage the disconnect between you and the rest of all of Bone Earth, and I, for one, don't appreciate it. I, for one, think that the people deserve better. They deserve one of their own. The chatties deserve a fellow chatty in office. Chat room forever.
I absolutely think that this is a patronizing, disgusting example, and one that happens all too often with Mr. Brushwood, my distinguished opponent. I can say right now, I hoped things wouldn't descend to this level, but now I'm forced that I once heard Brian Brushwood in my company refer to the box in which text scrolls as a bunch of shiftless, lazy chatters. And he might say that he's one of you now, but it was not the distinguished hatred that I saw pour out of his mouth that one fine day.
From the chat room, we have the question, what is your position on the color blue? And I tell you what, there are people who have different opinions about the color blue. I'm one who loves it deeply. I color many things blue, but you know what I don't do is I do not wear it as a banner to try to shift the populist's opinion of me in a lazy attempt to pander to the color preferences of the masses. I believe that your color preference is your own private choice, and I don't wear it on my sleeve What do you say, Justin?
Excuse me, sir. I just want to let everybody know that I'm not dancing away from this issue. I don't have to answer this question because my true allegiances to the color blue, ladies and gentlemen, they lie all around me. I am not some Johnny-come-lately. I am not a triangulator. I do not look at all the opinion polls and try to figure out, what's the best course of action? What's the most politically expedient way to go about? Let me, excuse me, sir. That is against Robert.
This is Astro Bluing, and I won't stand for it. This kind of Astro Bluing.
I am true blue, Ethel.
Indeed, you're not, sir. All right. Also from the chat room.
How do you get into that? You can't get last words in. This is disgusting.
You know what? That is one of the benefits of running the board. Let me tell you, the Bryans control the media. That's why we's in charge.
Again, another racial term thrown around.
All I'm gonna say,
I won't stand for it. Listen, everybody who's ever watched NSFW surely knows. Hello. My name is Justin Robert Young, and I'm the one on the show who's not the abject racist. Can my partner say the same? I don't think so.
Hello, America. I'm Brian Brushwood. You may know me as the host of NSFW or one of the lesser participants of the more popular Weird Things. I'm here to tell you that I believe that the BetterNet deserves better. For too long, we've dealt with the shiftless instability of a man who incites words that offends our sponsors. I believe we deserve someone who could bring us together, who could smile and nod, and then shift the camera and the responsibility to someone else.
Hi, BetterNet. It's me, Justin Robert Young. But really, I should go by only one name, Results. When Brian was reading the ads, did we ever get word from the sponsors claiming that they had such a good time watching them? Did we ever get unprecedented reports of usage of coupon codes? No. Brian can't say that. I can. Justin Robert Young means 3 words. Money, money, money.
When Justin Roberts Young read the Carbonite ads, he used words like racist, genocide, and unadulterated evil. Is that really who you want reading your ads? Vote Brian this year.
Here are some words from Carbonite and Squarespace. Great, fantastic, hilarious, unprecedented success. Justin Robert Young, he tells it how it is, and he brings home the bacon. Sizzle it up, kiddies.
Justin Robert Young claims that words like great, fantastic, and unprecedented results are enough to make him worthy of your vote to read sponsors. But do you really want your sponsors read by Justin Robert Young? Vote Brian. All right, we need a bunch of out of context quotes to throw at this thing. So they can.
So wait, these should be quotes that we could be used against our will?
Yes. Okay, so what we need to do is do me a favor. Give me 3 quotes about the movie Titanic.
I thought it really had pacing problems.
One more.
I'd make out with that old woman.
One more.
I really thought Billy Zane was misunderstood.
Okay, now you ask me a question. I'll give you 3 responses.
Brian, how do you think blacks are different than whites?
I think that kind of question is what divides this country and this internet.
No, you have to give it out of context. You have to say something that can be used against you.
Listen, that's why I'm the better politician, is because I'm not giving you the...
Stop it. Are we actually... Come on.
Out of context, that's just it. The whole point of out of context is you take the kind of thing you said and you apply it to the kind of question you asked. You got to ask me something not about blacks in America. Come on.
Okay. All right. So, What's your favorite candy?
I like chocolate. I like orange candy. And I think should be chewy in the middle. See? Now you see. You got much more out of me phrasing it that way. Now let me ask you a question.
Sure.
What are 3 things you notice the most about Jersey Shore?
I noticed the beautiful scenic ocean. I notice a bunch of good friends having a great time. And I notice what are most likely fake tits.
Okay. Your witness?
Brian Brushwood, what was your favorite musical acts as a child?
You know, I'm glad you asked me that question, Justin, because I got this letter just recently from a 12-year-old in Darfur who asked me the following question. Brian, what can you do to end the suffering where I'm at? And when I read a question like that, it's very difficult for me to think of the trivialities of what songs we enjoyed as children, what pastimes we enjoyed here in the most affluent society in all of America. And I think it's important that we focus on the bigger picture. That's why I pledge, without question, to better the BetterNet and to make Bone Earth a stronger, more disciplined world where all of us can have the chance to end the suffering. Justin, I have a question for you.
What? You're supposed to name 3 bands, idiot.
What?
You can't, we're just going to do political speak, then we can just do that all day. I thought we were looking to give each other ammunition to hammer at each
you're
other.
right. Okay, all right. What, name 3
By the way,
bands?
did you see what your wife just tweeted?
What did she do? Oh, shit.
7 minutes ago?
What did she
What do I
tweet?
miss most about home? Schwood recording NSFW in a studio.
I can already see like the tweets come up like, "Bow, Brian's wife doesn't even like him recording in NSFW. Bow. Do you want this man running your BetterNet? Okay. Tell me your 3 favorite blaxploitation movies of the 70s.
Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown 2.
The Revenge of Foxy Brown.
Foxy Brown 3. Kid Foxy.
Foxy Boxing.
Foxy Boxing.
Okay, all right. Your witness. What do you got?
Brian, in 3 words, describe a rainbow.
A rainbow is magical.
That's not 3 words.
It's
You're already over
scientific.
3 words. You are already over 3 words.
What do you mean? All right.
Total answer. Total answer is 3 words.
Oh, okay. You want to ask the question again?
Brian, in 3 words total, explain your feelings when you see a rainbow.
Double, complete meaning.
Tarded.
Did you just use like a nasty word against me?
No, I was referring to the TARDIS of Doctor Who.
And how tarded it was. Okay.
It was very TARDIS.
Okay, Justin. As we wrap up our debate here, would you like to give us a short speech in a paragraph? What will you do for us?
Brian, I can only promise to do what I've already done. See, every time that you watch NSFW and you think, wow, that was a really fun, entertaining hour, I want to let you know that I've put my 100% all into that episode, especially over the last month. I would like to see my opponent, Brian Brushwood, answer the same on that, because I don't think he honestly can. He's been too busy focusing on his family and making sure he doesn't go bankrupt because he's too busy putting on a show at Universal Studios. Who's picked up the slack? I have. For you. It's me and you against the world, chat realm. Don't leave your jury behind.
Hello, BetterNet. Citizens of Bone Earth. It has been my pleasure for over 2 years now to serve as your ambassador to shenanigans and tomfoolery the internet wide. I was there when Melissa made her day. I was there when we introduced the boys of Film Riot, and we played a little game called Name That Autocomplete. It's been a good time, and I want to continue to bring you these experiences. Now, I know my opponent, Justin Robert Young, is better looking than I. I know he's better spoken, and I know this because he repeatedly tells me how much better looking he is. And he makes fun of every moment I misspeak on the mic. Well, I'm sorry. Some of us aren't trained journalists. Some of us are just regular Americans looking to interact with other regular Americans. And I think you guys are like me. Regular old people who want to have fun on the internet. And we don't need to do that using words like genocide and Squarespace. We could do that just by having a good time together. Vote Brian for a better net.
I would like to point out that Brian specifically does not want us to use the name of the sponsor that pays for the show. And you can pull that quote where he says, I don't want to use words like genocide and Squarespace in the same sentence.
I want to point out that Justin Robert Young is probably the smarter of the two of us and the cleverer of the two of us. And
Cleverer
I think he's very good looking.
I would like to point out that Brian is the more hardworking of us. He is the more true of purpose and aim. And unfortunately, it's that kind of work ethic that leads him away from focusing on NSFW. You know, he's a very, very busy guy. But is that the kind of guy that we want to count on for the future of our little show? I don't think so.
I would like to point out that Justin Robert Young, despite claims to the contrary, appears in his latest appearances to be growing a beard. Would you like to respond to that, Justin Robert Young?
I am growing a beard.
Ah,
I have
so
been
you
growing
admit
a beard.
it. You
There is
admit
no,
in
I have
public.
never. I think this is a false accusation to think that I'm trying to carry on something in secret. The love affair with my beard and NSFW grows as long as the time does spin around the quill of history. I very much think that my beard, whether it's here or not, is woven into the fabric of this very quilt. And by that, I mean I can't move my head more than a few inches from it.
I'm going to say this. There are people, Justin, who claim that you are so obsessed with your beard that it is impacting your performance, that you allow it to dictate what you will and will not do. How do you respond to those claims?
I can absolutely say that my beard and my love affair with it is no more distracting than a certain very demure haircut on an opponent of mine. If my beard is an attention getter, then what's happening atop Brian Brushwood's head is literally the Holocaust.
I'm sorry. Can we quote you, Justin Robert Young, as saying that Brian's hairstyle is literally the Holocaust?
I think that my quotes will stand by themselves.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm trying really hard to look up the Jury's Beard video to play right now during this debate.
Wait, we don't need to play. Remember, we're only doing sound
Okay,
bites.
all right,
here.
all right,
We're
all
not
right, all
actually
right.
debating each other.
You're like, well, how are you supposed to manage the BetterNet, all of the internet, and everything that matters on Bone Earth when you have fans playing videos like these about your beard?
Have you not watched NSFW? It really is telling that Brian brings up something like this because he clearly is out of touch with what NSFW is. It's call and response. We do something on the show, and Chat Realm, in its infinite creativity and compassion and work ethic, creates beautiful works of art, much like the Jerry's Beard video.
Betternet. Let me explain something. There's a rule to internet comedy, and that is that in a situation where you have two hosts, two co-hosts of the internet, they need to be represented equally. I know 99% of you are already making videos supporting Justin Robert Young, and perhaps you should. With that beard, he's a damn fine individual. But don't forget who brought you to this dance. Why don't you kick a few videos my way? The Brian Brushwood way.
Well, there you go again, Brian. Playing the old humble guy on the apple cart. Well, gee shucks, Willikers. I don't think anyone's gonna support me. But let's look at the facts, will we? Brian Brushwood has one of the most popular shows on Revision 3. Brian Brushwood has scores more Twitter followers than I do. And Brian Brushwood, while pretending to focus on NSFW, has already started another podcast on the Twit network. Can you really say that I'm the great favorite that he has to maybe one day come and climb up the beanstalk to get mean old Justin Robert Young? Gee willikers. I don't think that's true.
Justin Robert Young claims that just because Brian Brushwood is hosting Frame Rate with Tom Merritt on the Twit network, he's not able to service your needs at the Betternet. But meanwhile, did Justin mention his other podcasts? A little show called Weird Things, also hosted with Brian Brushwood. Or did we not mention the Magic Weekend Review? How many other podcasts is Justin running around with? I don't want to know. I want to go with what's safe. Brian Brushwood. Me. Me.
Brian Brushwood seems to insinuate that the other podcasts I do are taking away from my work on NSFW. But folks, listen, the proof is in the pudding. While Brian is out gallivanting with Tom Merritt, talking about Lord knows what on Frame Rate, I'm hard at work every Tuesday making sure that the bits get cooked up to a fine point of edibility. And, you know, what is he doing? He's out there saying, I think The Walking Dead's going to be great. Do you agree? Yeah, I give it 18 frame rates up. Sorry, folks. There's only one guy looking out for your Tuesday enjoyment, and he's the one making sure that everything's funny by the time 10 o'clock rolls around. Justin Robert Young.
Justin Robert Young told me he doesn't even believe in Horseboy. Do you want someone saying those words on the internet?
Brian Brushwood refuses to confirm or deny whether or not he raped Horseboy. I don't know. Do you? Let's ask him.
Accusations of rape may be hilarious to someone as lowbrow as Justin Robert Young, but Brian's more interested in what Fapper has to say.
Brian Brushwood refuses to answer allegations that he raped Horseboy or find it funny. Do you want somebody who is both an ambiguous possible rapist and a non-sense of humor having nudge? I don't think so.
In his most recent attack ad, Justin Robert Young insinuated that Brian is somehow a less qualified candidate because he didn't find horse rape funny. Is this the man you want leading the Betternet?
When it comes down to making laughs at all costs, do you really want to totally write off horse rape jokes? I don't. I don't think you do either. Vote Justin Robert Young. I'll joke about anything.
And I mean anything. Hold on, I just kicked over the lamp. Hold on. Okay. Now we got to do some. This message is approved by.
Okay.
I'm Brian Brushwood, running for president of the BetterNet. I approve this message. I'm Brian Brushwood, and I approve this message.
My name is Justin Robert Young, and I approve this message. They call me Jury, and I approve this message. My name's Justin Robert Young, and I approve this message. And one more. My name's Justin Robert Young. I approve this message.
BB approves this message. The Beebs approves this message. Oh, I'm sorry. The Beebs approves this message. By the way, of everything we've ever done, Justin, I think recording these blanket statements of approving messages that can be cut out of context and placed anywhere may be the worst idea we've ever had. And I'm curious to see what all it shows up on in the future. All right. You got anything else?
All right, are we good?
No, I think we are, man. I think we got a lot. Look. The point is, you guys have a lot to pull from. We want to see, no matter what. I want to hear that, and I want to hear voiceovers that are like, Brian Brushwood has stupid hair. How can you trust this man? And it doesn't have to be for any particular office. I just want to see attack ad. I want to see positive ads, gone bad. 15, 30 seconds each. We want to play as many of them as we can in this upcoming episode. Until then, what else you got to share with us, Justin Robert Ron?
At Justin R. Young on Twitter. Make sure you follow me and at Schwood for any last minute play-by-play missives. Hit us up on the Twitter.
That's the word, dude. Come on, this is going to be huge. Come on.